physically the Red Cross is just two pieces of tape that you put on a helmet, but I think symbolically it stands for the connection that everyone who has ever played for Monroeville has with each other. I think this town is really unique in the attitude that we have towards football, towards the high school, towards families and faith in football in general. And I think the Red Cross is just a sign of you being a part of that family, that larger Monroeville family, and specifically football. And I think it, like I said, represents a connection between everyone. Like we were saying just a little bit ago, it's something that you can talk about with anyone, right? It's that those memories that you have of being on the field or being at practice or being at the locker room, anyone who wore that cross can relate to that, can understand that. You can talk about that with anyone, even across how many different years and different coaches and different setups. I was just looking in here how different this all is than when I was here just a few years ago. But I could still talk to every one of these guys about what it was like to play and what they remember and what all that different stuff.
All right, question 2, take 1. Action in 5, 4, 3. What does the Red Cross mean to you?
Like I said, it's the mesh that holds people together in this family. I gotta think a little bit. It represents those 3 F's that a lot of people talk about: faith, family, and football. So I think for different people it can mean different things. I mean, I know some people that it would more represent that faith, right? I mean, it's a cross for a reason.
I'm gonna start. Sorry, that phone went off.
Oh, did it?
I love the 3 F's, man: faith, family, football. So he's gonna ask you again, and definitely say that again. All right. Question 2, take 2, action in 5, 4, 3. What does the Red Cross mean to you?
I think it can mean a lot of different things to different people. My mind comes back to the 3 F's of faith, family, and football. And I know there's some people that, I know some people personally who would tie it up really closely to faith. It's a cross for a reason, right? And I remember sitting right over here and saying in Our Father and a Hail Mary before every game. And that's a really important part of this town and this community and this team. For me personally, it ties really close to the family. I've had, I can't even count them, how many uncles and cousins and family members in general play on this team. And I wore number 77, which is the same order that my dad wore and 2 of my cousins wore and my brother wore, and hopefully my cousins in the future will wear. So when I think of a Red Cross, that I think of my relationship through football to those people and what that really means to me. And the relationship that we share, beyond that family connection, through our experiences here, like even though we had different coaches, played different teams or whatever, it doesn't matter. And the third one, football, I think that part is really important to people who, whose family might be new to town or might not have, that long history here. They tie that to football, to the friends that they make, to the experiences that they have, because I really think that football is one of the most important life experiences that I've had in teaching me how to handle tough life situations and how to keep grinding through, hardships in life. So I think that last one is just as important as faith and family.
Question 3, take 1, action in 5, 4, 3. What do you want the future generations to remember and understand about the Red Cross?
I think I want them to understand, I want them to take it as a sign that people have been here before. Any hardship that you face, any problem with the team, any problem you have at home or school, that Red Cross should remind you that, hey, hundreds of guys have done this in the past. Not only have they done it, they've been successful. And that means I can be successful too. I can learn from them. I can take important lessons from them, not just about football, but about life, and apply that to my life and be successful. And I also want them to see it as an opportunity. Tradition's very important. Remembering where you come from and where your family is from, and the people around you is very important. But the other side of that coin is adding to that. Seeing that cross as an opportunity to build on the legacy of the people that have come before you, right? Every team's goal is to win a state championship, but life is so much more than a state championship. Life is about being faithful to your friends and your family, and pushing yourself through tough situations. And I think people should be able to see that as an opportunity, to be successful in life. And the cross is a good reminder of that.
Question 4. Take 1. Action in 5, 4, 3.
How do you feel when you see that red cross on the helmets today?
It reminds me of simpler times, I guess, would be a nice way to put it. I was thinking about this when you first contacted me, TJ, and I actually have my helmet from high school with me at school. I keep it in my room. Just, I like to look back on it and remember all the good times. And something came to mind that about the placement of the cross. I know a lot of teams have, memorials or whatever, stickers or any number of things on their jersey or on the back of their helmet. But I was just thinking how every time I would look at one of my teammates in the eyes, I would see their cross. I think that's a really, a remarkably unique thing that I haven't seen anywhere else. And seeing that today, it makes me happy to know that those guys are having that same experience, right? You can tie that cross to all the memories you have of your friends and and football in general. So it just brings a smile to my face in general, I think, as I'd have to say, and it makes me happy knowing that especially through projects like this, that guys are going to know what it means, that it isn't just another symbol that we use throughout our lives. It's something that has weight, that has importance. And something that you can continue to place value in, beyond your football playing days.
Question 5. Take 1. Action in 5, 4, 3.
What do you know about the history of the Red Cross?
So I think it was my junior year. I think it was either my junior or sophomore year. Coach Staker brought in members of the original class that started the Red Cross. I think it was 82 or 83. I can't remember the exact year. But I remember one of the guys being John Smith, and he probably took half an hour as we were all sitting around after a Thursday practice, and explained why they came up with it and how important it was to them during that year. I think they went undefeated, if I remember correctly, their senior year, and how they used that as a symbol of unity, to hold the team together. And that was a really cool little meeting. I wish I knew more about it. Being from so much later than some of these other guys, unfortunately, some of that meaning gets lost, right? I think that's important to try to, through stuff like this, to try to rebuild that and put more value in it. But I think everyone places their own meaning in it, right, through one way or another.
Very good. He says name and graduated date, right? Do we do that?
No, I think we have to do
Say your
that.
name?
I forgot about that.
Okay. All right, we're going to go ahead and do that. Name, take 1, action in 5, 4, 3.
What is your name and what year did you graduate?
Name's Ben Schaefer. I graduated in 2019.
Good job, man.